Hello, I'm Ed Saunders of the Kidney Foundation, and welcome to Partner Chat today. It's our opportunity to meet with some of our significant partners in the communities of Atlantic Canada and talk about their contribution and what they're all about. And today we're speaking with Nora Duke, who is Executive Vice President, Sustainability and Chief Human Resources Officer of Fortis. And we want to thank you for joining us today, Nora.
Thank you.
Really excited to talk to you. And for those who don't know yet, Fortis has agreed this year to provide $35,000 in funding, $20,000 to our patient programs, and $15,000 directly to our short-term financial assistance program, which supports patients in their time of great need. And we really appreciate that. It's great to meet with you face to face, Nora. And this has been a long conversation with many of you people, but I really liked how it's turned out.
Good. Happy to connect with you today as well.
On behalf of the Kidney Foundation, I'm interested. We talked about a lot of different ways we might be able to work together. I wonder, when we talked about short-term financial assistance and the patient's needs in particular, why that resonated for you and your team as something you saw as an opportunity to support.
Right. Well, first of all, I just want to say we're really happy to partner and be a sponsor with the Kidney Foundation. It's certainly something we thought about quite a bit, and we're really happy with the decision we made to make this support. So, to be honest, in thinking about it and to look at your different opportunities you provide us with, the assistance fund really did resonate for us. And we know that for people that are dealing with kidney disease, it's so disruptive, it can be so burdensome. Often you have travel requirements associated with treatment. All of these things are just so significant for patients to deal with. And it felt by supporting through this fund, we could really help and really try to alleviate some of the burden for families. So it resonated for us. It really hit the mark, and we're happy to be on board to help.
Fortis has a reputation in Newfoundland Power of being engaged in your communities, and we really appreciate that, even broader than the Kidney Foundation itself. Can you tell me a little bit about your culture and your mission and how that ties in the way you work in the communities?
Yes, so Fortis is a big organization. We actually operate in some 17 locations across North America. And of course, we have Newfoundland Power here in Newfoundland, and they are big community contributors as well, as you've mentioned. So across our group of companies, I would say that our operating companies really do participate in a big way in the communities in which they serve. And we really think about that for ourselves here as Fortis Inc. here in Newfoundland, and really want to contribute here in this community as well. It's interesting, I feel like Fortis has always been, and our group of companies have always been big participants in which the communities in which they've served. I think what COVID has done, though, is really even heightened that awareness about our communities and how do we support and how do we engage. So I know all our subsidiaries are very active in this space and seeing where those opportunities are to help and support. So it really goes back to our purpose and our values and feeling really grounded and supported in the communities in which we operate. So I will say I've been around this company for a long time. I feel it's kind of how we do things. It's really woven into the fabric of how we operate. It's something we just feel is important, and we want to be part of our communities.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Now, Nora, I want to brag about our relationship. I hope you're okay with that. You aligned with other significant supporters of VOCM Cares, Scotiabank, and in the maritime area, the Windsor Foundation is some of the cornerstone companies that decided to step up as we made a 3-year plan to address some of these patient needs. So are you okay with me, one, bragging about you, and number two, throwing out a challenge and saying, hey, look what Fortis is doing. Come join the club.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad we have other partners that are joining us in this, because we think it's really important work that the foundation is doing. So, we made the decision to jump on board here because we felt it was a really worthwhile cause and one we could kind of get behind. So I certainly would encourage others to think the same. and consider the Kidney Foundation as a group to consider and support. We're happy that the partnership we've just joined with you. So I would just encourage others to think about it, find out more, learn more, and see if the opportunity might fit you as well.
Excellent. Thank you for that. In wrapping up, as we've certainly said, and you're aware that 1 in 10 Canadians have some form of kidney disease, and many people that I talk to, I don't realize that there are kidney stories often in the very companies or with the individuals that I'm speaking to. Do you have any experiences that you'd like to share around that?
You know, it's interesting when you say that statistic. I actually find it staggering. 1 in 10, that's pretty significant. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I know in terms of my own family, we've certainly had experiences in relation to kidney disease and all the complications associated, so we know it very well. But I also know with my colleagues and others here at the organization, this has touched their lives too. So, I think it is something that we really do need to understand better. It's a disease that affects people for a very long time, and it's life-changing, it's life-altering. And I think, hopefully in the future we can look to more research and more ways to deal with this, and I think really support all those families that are going some pretty challenging times in dealing with this disease. So hope for the future, and hope that things are really brighter as we move forward in dealing with kidney disease.
Or I can't add anything to that. Thank you very much for your donation, your time, your partnership, and have an amazing day.
It's our pleasure. Thanks so much for connecting today.